This morning, when Donald Trump appeared on the balcony at the White House Easter egg roll, flanked by his wife and son, look, they're in D.C., and of course, the Easter Bunny. Nice glasses, sir. One of the highlights of the event was Attorney General Jeff Sessions reading to children. Jeff Sessions' book of choice was called "It's Not Easy Being a Bunny." And after the president delivered some remarks from the balcony, he was able to finish the story. It's the story of PJ Funny Bunny, a bunny who decides that he doesn't want to be a bunny anymore, so he leaves home to live somewhere else, to try and be a different kind of animal. He tries being a bear and a bird and all kinds of other animals, but he discovered he doesn't like being things other than a bunny, and well, you can guess the moral of the story.
So PJ said, I don't want to be a bear, I don't want to be a bird or a beaver or a pig or a moose or a possum or a skunk. All I really want to be is a bunny. He decided he got straight on that. So PJ hurried home. The funny bunnies were very happy to see him. PJ was very happy to come back home to Bunnyland.
Funny bunny. And you know what? It is a nice story. It's a story about home and family and being happy with who you are. But Jeff Sessions is just back from the Mexican border, where he was touring and he was touting the Trump administration's Get Tough approach to immigration. So when he reads a story about this bunny who decides he does not want to live somewhere else with those who are not like him, with the moral being that it's better to go back home to Bunnyland, I know it's just a story about a bunny, but it takes on a darker feel when it's Jefferson Sessions reading it. Because here was Attorney General Jefferson Sessions just a few days ago at the border describing the people he thinks are leaving home to come here.
International criminal organizations that turn cities and suburbs into war zones, that rape and kill innocent civilians, and who profit by smuggling poison and other human beings across our borders. Depravity and violence are their calling cards, including brutal machete attacks, even beheadings. They threaten the very integrity of our nations in our hemisphere. It is here on this sliver of land, on this border, where we first stake our stand.
Now, Sessions' prepared remarks actually read, as you know by now, quote, "where we first take our stand against this filth." But he left that pungent description out of his delivery. The Washington Post reported this weekend that immigration arrests are up sharply in the first weeks of the Trump administration, and in particular, arrests of undocumented immigrants with no criminal record. Those have more than doubled compared to last year. Even though Donald Trump has said since the election that they would not be targeted, and even though Trump's Homeland Security Secretary said just yesterday,
just because you're in the United States illegally doesn't necessarily get you targeted. It's got to be something else. And we're operating more or less at the other end of the spectrum, and that is criminals, multiple convictions.
So only criminals will be targeted with multiple convictions. And yet somehow more than 5,400 undocumented immigrants with no criminal records were arrested from January through mid-March. Today, the Supreme Court declined to hear a case brought by detained undocumented Central American mothers and children who were seeking court review of their asylum claims. That means the Trump administration can move forward with expedited deportation proceedings. Sessions said he's quickly hiring more immigration judges for the border so that detainees can be deported even faster. And however you feel about Sessions' apocalyptic warnings about who's coming over the border, or about whether the U.S. should be expediting the deportation of mothers and children seeking asylum, it's difficult to understand what purpose is served by the arrest of Maribel Trujillo, the Ohio mother of 4 children, all American citizens. She's lived in the U.S. for 15 years. She came here after her father and brother were kidnapped by drug cartels in Mexico. She was arrested on the street 2 weeks ago, and she's scheduled for deportation on Wednesday. She has no criminal record. Maribel Trujillo has a 3-year-old daughter with special needs, and her family and supporters have been trying to get her daughter to her in detention, so that if and when she's deported, her daughter, who needs her, can be with her. In Colorado, another mother of 4 is slated for deportation. She also has no criminal record. She's lived here for 15 years. But because she crossed the border illegally twice before that, ICE says that she is, quote, an egregious immigration violator. A lot of immigrants in the Trump administration's crosshairs are people you'd think would be at the bottom of anyone's priority list, unless the Trump administration's priorities are not what they seem.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.